After a dramatic and crazy Austrian Grand Prix, we move across the border to Balaton Park for the first Hungarian Grand Prix in MotoGP's era and the first motorcycle race since 1992. Welcome to qualifying on one of the tightest and trickiest circuits on the calendar, where Pedro Acosta and Marc Marquez are battling it out for pole position. Hello everybody, welcome up to the commentary box. Here we go then. It is time for qualifying for MotoGP and the Hungarian Grand Prix. Alongside me is Megan Birch, and you're seeing the results from practice 2 that just happened, with Marc Marquez fastest from Pedro Acosta, 8,000 separating them at the line, and Megan, we're in for an exciting weekend.
We are, especially since it's been so unpredictable so far. I mean, who would generally expect a normal weekend that Acosta would be so dominant?
Dominant, yeah.
Well, however you say the word, throughout the weekend so far.
Let's head down to Susie and Sylvan in the paddock.
Following that session, what did you make of it? Mark back on top, but it's tight between those two, isn't it?
It's so tight. Well, we knew it was going to be always tight on this track, this particular track, but this is really boding well for the race. Those two, there is nothing in between.
Pedro backing up what he did yesterday, effectively.
Yeah, looking really strong and looking strong with the pace as well. So yeah, yesterday was really strong with the time attack, and now he just showed that he had the pace. And yeah, we've got another one as well in Aldeguer having the pace.
Yeah, absolutely. And Digi, who's got to go in Q1, he looked good in that session. But the KTMs look good overall, don't they? 3 of them in the top 10, so they've just got to bring Brad Binder through from Q1 to make it a full orange house.
Yeah, Brad somehow struggling on this stop-and-go track, but the 3 other ones, including Bastianini, confirming again that he's, found his grip, found a recipe, a package that works for him, and with the tech-free team. So yeah, the KTMs are going to be really strong in that Q2. Paul Espargaro,
I mean, he's been a sensation, hasn't he, this weekend?
I mean, it's
obviously
difficult to explain.
Maverick Vinales, so
it's difficult to explain how difficult it is to just step in like that. He's a test rider. He's a pundit as well, actually.
Yeah, he's a great pundit.
And he just jumps on the bike, and as he did in Brno, and then straight away he's impressive. That's he still has it. So,
yeah,
well done.
A master of many trades. That's very unusual.
Yeah, he's good as a pundit as well, I think.
He's really good. He's with the zone, yeah. Yeah,
smiles a lot, and he's just happy, isn't he? He's loving life at the moment. I heard, actually, that he's also in talks to replace Alvaro Bautista at Ducati next year, maybe. That's how good he is.
Really?
Yeah, and they are considering him because he is so fast.
Oh, yeah.
Why not? So you never know. He could carry on with KTM. He could be fighting for the World Championship in World Superbikes.
Could be.
Yeah.
That's why you're here and the big money. To bring in that info.
I mean, World Endurance now. It's a little bit slower, but for me, it's perfect.
Shall we hear from Akio? Find out what's going on at KTM? Yeah, let's do that.
Well, Aki, the times have been so close yesterday and today. Pedro up there on both days, and he's really got a really good pace as well. It must be really encouraging to see at this point.
Yeah, of course. Nice to see, because, of course, no one really had too much expectations here. It's a new place and, let's say, a special track. But so far positive, and I think following the trend what we have had in the last races, that looking more consistency and of course the performance at the same time. But that's so important that we find this consistency, that we are more or less there in every track, and that's what we are working for.
You say it's a special track. The riders yesterday were fairly positive about the circuit, having been out and done some laps. What do you think gives Pedro the edge here? What's going to stand him in good stead?
I think it's mainly, let's say, the positive trend what we have at the moment, that we are improving race by race and find this consistency. So, of course, this is for the rider and the whole group. This gives the confidence for the work and some, let's say, calmness for the work. And even you go for the new place, when you have this trend behind and you are following this trend, for sure you have, let's say, calm expectations. But, of course, maybe also even the shape, how this new generation riders has trained already many years, and the style, how they train in the crew, which kind of track, what kind of training. Maybe for kind of technical, let's say a little bit slower track, they have something special as well.
It's going to be a really tricky Q1, as it always is. How's Brad feeling about getting through?
Better and better, especially this morning. Now we were really focusing for this, that he finds some consistency. It was a little bit yesterday difficult to put the lap together, but now he did many many good laps, and I think it's in his case just to keep it under control.
Thank you, Aki.
Thanks a lot.
You want Aki in your corner, don't you? And I get the sense he's talking very much about Pedro Acosta there in the terms of the training. The boys were mentioning it earlier. We know in that feature last year how he trains on wet little go-kart tracks and really standing him in good stead this weekend. But dragging Brad through, it is going to be tough, isn't it? Because you've got both of the factory Aprilias going in this session. You've got Digi, who we just saw was great in that last session. So this is going to be such a bun fight. It's going to be fruity, as you would like to say.
Oh yes, it's going to be fruity, and you got Pecco Bagnaia as well. You know, this is this is going to be a very tight session there. Really love that interview with Aki. He just knows his craft so well.
Yeah.
You know, the fact that you got to be calm and collected, quietly confident, and this is what he's trying to rebuild at KTM, and it's all happening now. So it's no secret, you know, in the recipe of how you gain, like how you put a team all back together. You've got to gain that confidence. You've got to get the riders competing with each other, the teams within as well competing with each other. With KTM, it's all clicking finally.
Let's see if they've got the right ingredients then. Q1 is coming your way.
Right, so this is the start of Q1, and yeah, this is the correct screen. Joshua's just coming back into the box now. Session begins currently in Q1. It will be Martin, Zarco, Ralph Fernandez, Brad Binder, Rins, Miller, Disantonio, Bagnaia, surprisingly enough, Bezzecchi, yet again surprisingly enough, but he usually can get through, Iagora and Oliveira.
It's going to be a bizarre session, this one. A critical qualifying, because this is going to be different.
One Honda in this session, only one.
Yeah, they all got through to Q2 automatically. That's how weird this track is.
The only reason Zarco didn't get through is because he crashed.
Let's not forget, we're down a Honda, so there's only 3.
Yeah.
So the 2 factories got through.
But still, I don't know how to feel about that.
Well, that Luca Marini and Juan Mir got through to Q2 automatically, and Zarco's having to go now battle here.
Yeah.
But
feel really conflicted.
But the thing is, who's the 2 going through? Because this is a critical qualifying.
You watch Zarco go through.
Zarco go through, but that means Martin, Bezzecchi, Bagnaia, Digital, the one, even Miller, the ones you expect to be in Q2 have been thrown out of the order, which means in a circuit where it's hard to overtake at, we're going to be in for a one where we go, oh, what's exactly happening today?
It's just so bizarre this weekend so far.
No, I'm with you. It's a weird one to come into it. Reminded also that we only have 11 in this session, not the 12, because some Kat Chancha is still out with injury, and Aleix, yeah, he's not here. He's been ruled out of being the wild card returner.
No, we cannot have brothers again on the track.
Yeah, apparently that's the thing. Only the Marquez brothers allowed.
They have a stand.
Over the line then, of Sector 1, Bagnaia is faster than Martin, but Martin trying to get the toe off the back of Pecco. And the one thing I'm worried about in this session, Megan, is that we're going to be seeing a lot, and I mean really a lot of traffic.
Yeah, we will be, especially from the Aprilias and Bagnaia, I think, because they're just going to constantly want to be out there, because I feel like they all have something to prove, and obviously there's only 2 spots to get through, and that's Bagnaia going off the track through the shortcut. And that's a yay for the Aprilias.
But Martin's backed out of it, but I don't think that, if that was Rins, he's been blocked as well, and so is Martin. Digi's on a lap time too. As well, let's have a look then. Who are your 2 picks, says SH2. So hard to tell. I will go after Megan.
No, I was just looking at the thing. You go first.
Oh, I was going to say who's going to be the top 2 going through, and I was throwing it to you. So you can pick your 2.
I think Bezzecchi and Raul, because I always choose Raul in these.
I will say it will be Bagnaia and Zarco. That's my 2. Let's have a look. Let us know in the chat who it's going to be. Tig says Martin and Bezzecchi. Let's go. It's a very tough one to call. It is indeed. Count out Raul. Also, don't forget that Miller and Alex Marquez have a 3-place group penalty for that yesterday in the practice hour for blocking Bagnaia. Hello to Johan from South Africa, who's rooting for Binder. Well, Binder's first sector time is 37 thousandths off of Raul. He's down by 7/10 of a second. He's 6th fastest, which means it's 16th on the grid. As the top 10 automatically progressed into Q2. Working hard or hardly working is that Ducati right now, whereas the Aprilia of Martin is 2/10 of a second faster, nearly 3/10, but that's what Binder is. Binder's 3/10 of a second faster in that first sector. Martin's up by a 10.5 in sector 2. Binder's not losing that much time. Binder's really on the cusp here, but Bezzecchi, who hasn't got a lap time in this session, is 4/10 of a second faster than Di Giannantonio.
So far, it's looking like Bezzecchi and Binder who will go through at this point, but there still is 10 minutes left. Anything can happen in those 10 minutes, and we've seen it happen before.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You did a Murray, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah, to come through.
I could tell as I was saying, I was like, it's going to turn into a Murrayism.
It's a Murrayism to come through. Oh, Bagnaia goes wide again. Bagnaia again, I believe, has cut the corner. He's taken the long lap loop round. He has, yeah. And he's coming into the pit lane. So Bagnaia has not set a lap time in this qualifying session so far. And Bezzecchi goes top with Martin second, but Binder throws it up to P2. 1:37.604.
Is his suspension okay, Bagnaia?
I'm not entirely sure if that bike is 100% because he keeps leaning in and it just keeps on going wrong.
It's like he can't quite find it. They need to either put him on the second bike now, or they need to quickly figure out what's going wrong and swap round.
Time and time again, they're having these issues and they don't know how to fix it.
They don't give him enough time to fix it.
That's also true, yes. Yeah, very, very, very right. So, they'll all start filtering back into the pit lane, but Bagnaia doesn't have a time on the board yet. Don't forget, this is the first weekend when Marc Marquez might be beatable.
Yeah. So he's thinking, why aren't either one beating him?
Well, Marquez has 418 World Championship points. Alex Marquez has 276. There is a gap of 142, and realistically, we could be wrapped up by the time we leave Europe.
He can miss 3 race weekends and still be the champion. Also, Digi's just gone off onto the shortcut. I'm repeating that back because I heard it yesterday from the TNT lot.
Take it, leave it, go for it. Here comes Bagnaia for another run, this time in the Ducati Red.
How is his bike sounding?
It sounds alright so far, doesn't it?
Yeah. I think we should listen closely when it's going around the corners.
Yeah.
But you can see the curiosity in Bagnaia's eyes. It's like, what's going on?
Yeah, it's like, what's wrong? Why am I not dialed in at all? What's
like,
wrong? Raise his wife.
This ain't me, this is the bike. And he's constantly, I feel like he's constantly trying to rule out things.
I don't know who looked more concerned though, his wife or Davide Tardozzi.
Davide.
Yeah, probably was Davide. Oh, nearly on the green as well. This section here, down to the braking zone, always reminds me a bit of the run down towards the hairpin at, where was it? Mazzano. But we had Mazzano this year.
You know, part of me says yes, but the other part says no.
No, we haven't had Mazzano, but we have had it in World Superbikes.
Yeah, that must be where
Yeah.
I'm thinking the yes.
The JBM team have been to Mazzano this year, though, because we've covered Fracca and World Superbikes. So we've been around that track a lot.
Travel.
We're,
Well, I
just,
am.
we're just sort of all flying around quite a lot this year.
Like bees or birds. Don't know why I chose bees, but
I don't know why your brain also went to birds. That's a whole different conversation that we can't have live on it.
because they fly
Oh, whatever.
something for the winter. I don't know
South.
what the south. I
Oh,
don't
here
know
we
why
go.
they
This is
go.
another lesson with Megan.
Wait a minute. Why do they? Oh wait, no, that makes sense.
Okay, now?
Because they want to be warm in the winter.
Yes.
That's clever. They get summer all year round. We should be like birds.
Well, yes, we should be, but then again, we're British, so we get winter all year round.
True.
Why
do
we
we
so
come here?
pale? We're so pale.
Yeah. I once joked that paper had more of a tan than I did.
Bezzecchi, Binder, Martin, Di Giannantonio, Miller, Zarco, Oliveira, Aguirre, Fernandez wins, and then non-classified is Binder. Sorry, Bagnaia.
6 minutes left of the session right now as Bagnaia is 68 thousandths of a second behind entering the second sector. It's decent. Not Ducati standard, as it should be, or even last year in, but it's the bike problem he's having to go through.
I think he's swapped bikes to bike too, isn't he?
Yeah.
It's the most consistent he's looking.
Yeah.
Let's not forget, of course, a disastrous Austrian Grand Prix weekend with a ride height failure.
He's had really bad luck with it. I do not like the ride height devices.
They are being banned
Good.
for 27.
Oh, it's too long.
That's when the new regulation comes in. We dropped from 1,000cc engines to 850 and biofuel. Oh, massive twitch from Bagnaia under braking.
Turns out that bike ain't as good as he thought. At least he'll get him a time though.
Yeah, but the thing is, this is going to be the first year ever in 2020, well, since the last regulation change. Oh, yeah, actually, that in 2027, every manufacturer and every bike on the grid is going to be brand spanking new. So there's not going to be none of these...
Competition.
Yeah, there's going to be none of these, like, Alex on a year-old bike and that lot. No,
It'll be they're on a
they're all on a
e-bike.
brand new bike, yeah. And also, those on satellite bikes will have that bike for 2 years, whereas the factories will be able to improve. So it'll start changing again in 28. In 27, it's a blank canvas that anyone can win.
27 is Alex's year, calling
Yeah.
it. Because he's on a year-old bike now, and
He's so much
still...
in front. Well, look at Mark
Yeah.
last year.
He was the same.
Yeah. Of course, the Ducati hasn't changed much this year. It's very much a GP 24.5. They kept last year's engine as well, which was the big thing in testing that we covered live here on JBMotorsports. Because the fact is that they didn't want to have it all changed up.
Do you know what I think they should do? I know some people may say no, but I think the Marquez brothers should be together again as teammates.
I think you're right. It might push them a bit more. It was nice last year. They were both able to lean on the data a lot more. I know Ducatis can still have the data, but at Mark and Alex on the same bike,
It's just perfect.
And Bagnaia, I don't think it's going to be on that range yet as well. I think the golden child, as I predicted last year, gets wiped away by Marc Marquez. Bezzecchi and Bagnaia, though, are the top two in this session at the moment. Martin just in third position, but it's all closing out with 3.5 minutes to go of this first qualifying of the Hungarian Grand Prix.
Come on, Raul, you can do it. Get up into second at least. What's wrong with Raul today? Raul is usually the golden boy of Q1.
And he's struggling.
Yeah.
Digi fifth. Davide Tardozzi is looking worried because Miller's just gone second fastest. So Bagnaia's now down in third, and he's not having a good lap. Look at the bike,
Miller.
it's twitching underneath him for Bagnaia. His wife watching on in the background.
She looks a tad bit more worried now.
Yeah, I think she's realised the cameras are on her.
It's like, okay, got to act worried.
Blue flags.
Doesn't matter to me either way though. It just means he's home for dinner faster.
That would be the case as well. And they do have dinner in their motorhomes as well, of course, let's not forget.
Yeah.
This is a bit of a surprise from Bagnaia as he comes round 7 and 8 down in towards the braking zone. Into the chicane. It's 2 tenths down. Look, Mark's watching this going, well, if Bagnaia is struggling on these tyres in these conditions, then I'm really going to have to pull something out.
Yeah, it's just like, why is he struggling? We're the same bike. What am I going to do out there?
Yeah, but Bagnaia has not only been beaten this year, he's been absolutely destroyed by Mark Marquez. And Bagnaia's run off again.
He didn't even try that time.
No, he's gone through the chicane cut-off area, the shortcut. Rins has gone through there too. Bezzecchi's 3 thousandths up. Binder's 22 thousandths of a second up. So there's still time to be found there on the overall data runs. Raul Fernandez running in 4th position now, moves up. So
better.
Raul has improved slightly, 1:37.348. So
He can do better. Come on, Raul.
He's going to have that time soon. This is the crunch point here. Bezzecchi over the line to go even faster. 1:36.8.
Oh,
Bagnaia in his third. Digi fourth. Last lap time.
Bezzecchi always gets through.
He's got that. Well, he's a race winner.
Yeah.
So is Bagnaia this year.
He's a champion.
Yeah.
But Bagnaia seems to be kicked off a pedestal.
Well, the champions of the last 2 seasons of MotoGP or 3 seasons, I should even point out, are currently out of qualifying. It's Binder goes second. This is what I was talking about. Yes, Martin got injured. Yes, Bagnaia has not had a great season. But as soon as Marc Marquez went to the... And that's it. Bagnaia's done. He's backed out the lap time. I said as soon as Marc Marquez would get in that factory bike, Bagnaia and Martin would be destroyed.
Yeah.
I said it all the way throughout last year. I'm not going to say they looked into the World Championships because that is a bit of a thing to say, but they had no competition around them.
True.
They looked into the championships by just... Well, I said it last year. It was who actually wants to win because they all just keep crashing.
But as soon as you get a Marquez and a bike that's more powerful...
Whoosh, off.
Like, even this year, if Marc wasn't doing this year, they'd still have a Marquez causing them problems. Alex.
I'd say Marc would be champion with the bike they've got now anyway on the Cressini.
Yeah.
He's out kicking the coverage, which is
Like,
a baseball term.
If Alex can do it.
So can they.
Also, they'd still have problems with people like Acosta and Bezzecchi.
Checker flag is out then, over the line. D'Antonio breaks through! Woo! 1:37.047, he's done it! So Fabio D'Antonio kicks out Binder. Nobody else is improving on the lap time. So it's Bezzecchi and D'Antonio, the 2 through to Q2. Didn't see that one coming.
I saw Bezzecchi, but I did not see Digi.
Checkered flag is out, the shake of the head. Bagnaia starts the Hungarian Grand Prix and the Tissot Sprint from 15th. Martin from 17th.
I'm beginning to think we should start wearing Ducati colours.
I'm wearing red. So are you.
Yes.
We are wearing Ducati colours.
Yes, that's why I think we should stop doing it, because they have had no luck.
Well, it might be Pedro. Oh, look at that. The wheels are snapping. Look, he doesn't like it. The setup's wrong.
That's it, I'm wearing blue tomorrow.
The setup is all wrong for Pecco Bagnaia.
It's like he's constantly being kicked.
Yeah. Davide Tardozzi, hearts sink. The winner of the first ever World Superbike race in Donington Park in
right
1992. Yeah, the right hand got stuck with, didn't it, for Bagnaia?
I reckon that's what's causing him problems. Anti-slip Machini isn't doing as much damage this week.
Oh, wow. Doesn't Bezzecchi look like Valet?
He really does.
There's no relation
scary.
there, but you can tell that they're both from Rimini in that area, can't they? You can tell who...
They all have the same ear.
You can tell who Marco's hero is, can't you?
Yeah.
That is terrifying how similar he looks to Valet. He's even trying to copy him with the earring. That is terrifying.
It really is. It's like,
Not even Luca Marini looks like him, and he's his brother.
yeah. When you're out, Rossi,
Your brother, yeah.
Rossi's brother, you know that you look alike. Jeez.
Well, there we go then. Q1 done. Marco Bezzecchi and Fabio D'Antonio are the 2 going through. 13th is Binder, 14th Jack Miller, 15th is Pecco Bagnaia, 16th Ralph Fernandez, 17th Jorge Martin, 18th Johan Zarco, 19th Miguel Oliveira, 10th is Alex Rins, and 20th is Alex Rins, 21st Agua.
I'm beginning to think they all have the same hairdresser.
Yeah.
Because they all go to the same person in town because,
They're all in Rimini.
yeah, it looks the same.
Yeah. It really does, actually. It's quite weird to come into it.
Do you know what? They probably do have the same hairdresser.
Well, when 2 riders have an accident, best time in a session, the position is decided... Oh, when 2 riders have an identical best time in a session, the position is decided by their second best lap time, says Mike Webb. So who had the same lap time? Oh, Digi and Binder! They matched! 1:37.047. But their second best lap times put Digi ahead of Binder. Because usually how it works in Formula 1 is if they have the identical lap time, that the person who got it first keeps the lap time. So Digi's lap time must have been faster on the second one than Binder's.
It's a shame for Binder.
So look, they've both done a 1:37.047, and Digi gets it because he was fast on the second lap time. Wow.
Binder should be proud, though.
First time not in Q2 this year for Pecco Bagnaia.
Well, it's a bike. That's doing this to him.
Is it the bike or is it him?
I think it's the bike.
Oh, let's head down to see.
You know, once again, a repeat performance of Assen, where he's got that experience now and got that fast lapping around this brand new track, because he looks sensational around there.
He did, and yeah, that's the fastest lap ever around this Balaton track. And again, just like in Austria last week, they started a little bit on the back foot, you know, from the Friday, building through the Saturday, going through Q1, getting that lap time down, and well, he ended up on pole last week. So how far this duo of Bsky and Aprilia, you know, this package is coming on every single time. They are able to progress through the weekends, putting those fast lap time, and yeah, Bsky just looks nice and settled there. So yeah, 36 around here, that's a great lap time.
And once again, you know, and a track where you don't expect that Aprilia to be able to work like we didn't in Austria, and he's able to do that. Fabio Di Gianantonio going through as well, leaving it a little bit late, but looking good on that soft tyre.
Yeah, and it's tight. It's so tight. So for Fabio Di Gianantonio, he had race pace. That's not really the issue, but he was just complaining about when they put the new rear soft in the back, sort of like pushing the front a little bit, and he was lacking pace. That's why he was in Q1 today, and he managed to put it all together. It was tight though. Same lap time with Brad Binder. It just shows you how tight it is around this really slow track. The lap times are super tight, and yeah, Fabio, so he gets through because his second lap time was faster than Brad Binder's second lap time. So yeah, just by the skin of the teeth.
Yeah, I mean, Brad Binder, really, I can't even remember when we've actually seen that, where it goes to the second lap time, but what a shame for him, because, you know, like anybody, how is he going to get through the field? It's going to be so difficult to make any passes here. It's
going to be tough. We know Brad is a race animal, but on this particular track, it just looks so difficult to overtake. I mean, you never know how the race could go. You know, there could be loads of mistakes in front that allows him.
We could have 10 out by the end of turn one. You never know, do you?
That's right. Yeah. Well, definitely there's going to be some action and a bit of a carnage in the races. I think it's got to happen because people are going to take their chances, and there is very little room around here. So for Brad Binder, there could still be a chance in the race, but obviously that's going to be tough to start from. You know, from the back rows. I still think he could do it. I still think he can have good race pace. He did that in Austria and was back in Austria. So it's good to see him back at the sharp end. It just wasn't to be. I mean, the gap is so small, you can't call that.
Well, I mean, that is ludicrous. That there isn't a gap, is there, really? It's
He'll
the
be
second
thinking,
lap,
I should have done this corner just a little bit. I mean, 1 millisecond, that's all he needed.
You never think about your second lap being, you know, part of your qualifying, do you, really? Yeah. But those final scenes that we saw of Pecco Bagnaia were actually quite heartbreaking, really. I mean, so now at the point where is he overriding here? Is he trying too hard?
Yeah, and it can happen very easily. You can see there the rear wheel coming up and the bike getting out of shape. What happens is when you're a little bit on the back foot like that, and you know you've got to put it that extra effort, go that extra age, you get angry, and you sort of like start to what we call override the bike a little bit, and yeah, not as smooth as you do as you're relaxed and confident and at your best. So for Pecco, he's trying everything. He's giving it all he's got and maybe a little bit more. And yeah, that's his worst qualifying for ages. So it's getting worse for Pecco. It's going to take a bit of time for me to do full circle for him to resettle. And it feels like he's not hit rock bottom yet. So yeah, a difficult weekend again on this track. It was to be expected, the stop and go track. This is where Pecco is having difficulties since the start of the year with the 2025 Ducati.
And particularly on braking, on lean, through these chicanes, it really isn't conducive. And this is what he's been complaining about all season, isn't it? But you can see there, though, that he's not panicking. He's not losing. He's not all emotional and shouting at anybody. He's just still trying to internalize it and work out what to do next.
I think inside he'll be very much boiling. You know, he's that. You know, it's the temperament, the character of Pecco Bagnaia. He's not, you know, one to throw his toys out of the pram, but inside, of course, as a double world champion, he will be fuming with this, and he'll be trying to find solution. He's a calm and like a collected guy, so he'll still work it out. But yeah, for him at the moment, like I said, he's got to touch that rock bottom, and then he'll start to be on the way back up.
Oh, I hope this is rock bottom for him. Let's find out what the team are feeling then. Manager Davide Tardozzi is talking to Nat now.
Yeah, Davide, another real blow for Pecco. It's the first time we've not seen him go through. Clearly disappointing for everybody. What did he say when he came back to the garage?
Yeah, it's obvious that we are not happy about this result. Pecco is the first. We have now to consider something for tomorrow morning. It will be a very, very difficult race, psychological side, and because it's very hard to overtake in this racetrack. So starting from the 15th position is really something, you know, very, very difficult. But in the end, we never give up. And you have some time to touch the bottom to go up again. And we trust Pecco, and we need to do something to let him perform better from the next races.
Clearly, everybody is working very hard to find a solution for Pecco. You mentioned psychologically, though, and it must be taking a real toll. How do you have to help him make sure mentally he's approaching things the right way?
Yeah, that's something that we don't see as a problem, but now we have to find out the technical way to help him, and we'll see. We will talk a lot after this session, and we'll see what we can do technically on the technical side for the race today. But in the end, yeah, we never give up, and we will try to another race.
Thank you, Davide.
Yeah, tough times, aren't they, for that side of the Ducati garage. It's Pedro Acosta, though, who's been fastest across the weekend. Can he take pole position? It's your shootout. Q2 now. Take it away, fellas.
Thank you very much, Susie. Here we go then, as they head out onto the circuit, and this is going to be an amazing one, as the two Marquez brothers are side by side. The exit turn one, followed then as well by Bastianini and also that of Franco Morbidelli. Megan's still alongside me in the commentary box. Question is, who's going to take pole position?
I think Bastianini. I'm still going to go with him because I just have faith in the underdogs, even though he's not technically an underdog.
So this is going to be an interesting weekend to come into it. I'm thinking this is going to be, I don't know whether to go yay, no, maybe, how interesting this is going to be, how hard this weekend is going to be around, but I'm thinking, did you say Pedro Acosta? I think it's so.
No.
Oh, who do you say?
Bastianini. I have faith.
You have a lot of faith.
In fairness, aren't they literally teammates?
Yes.
Or at least in the bike sense.
I'm going for pole position today for Pedro Acosta. I think I'll take it over Mark. I really do.
I'm going the same factory.
Where do we think Pole will qualify? Pole automatically through to Q2, by the way, and he's a wildcard rider.
Fifth.
You're going P5. Yeah, that could be more coming through. As a more sensible route, I suppose, as well, coming into it. Green all the way around the circuit. Let's check in what TNT think of the matters.
So if not, the shortest drag into turn one, and it's a really tight hairpin, so...
And he also knows this weekend there are other riders with not too dissimilar race pace.
Exactly.
Who
yeah.
will be extremely hard to pass. Your
Yes.
likes of Acosta, your likes of Aldeguer.
Yeah. So that's why I'm fancying him for pole.
It wasn't
It's gonna
easy
be
to
tight.
pass Bezzecchi in Austria. Was it?
No.
It took a long time.
It did. He had to wait for the
to
tyres to
materialise.
didn't it?
We set off then with Marc Marquez, his brother behind him. Could do with his brother as an adversary
Has he
here.
got-
He
Yeah.
went wide, he went wide, didn't he?
Yeah.
Saw his front bobbling
Yeah,
a
I
little
did
bit
too.
behind, and then has he gone down?
No,
Or has he
so
just
yellow
run
flag.
wide?
Yeah, just
back
gone wide.
through. Down towards turn 5, 28.7 for Marc Marquez.
Oh, way deep, way deep.
Twitch there, didn't it? Maybe gone a bit deep, I don't know. Sort of just twitched at the wrong moment. Oh, bit of a slide there as well. Down to the tricky turn 9. Backing in as he made it. Yep.
Oh no!
Oh,
It's gone down!
Down.
It's gone down! That was a biggie ahead down the back of our headset.
I heard that
Sector
as well.
2, it's Pedro Acosta!
Oh my!
I do not believe it! The man has been so dominant this year! Pedro Acosta has
big
gone
one.
down!
He's
Yeah.
running away.
His airbag hasn't gone off, but this is going to be a biggie. It's on the inside. The front's going to drop away from mid-corner. Yeah, and as down it goes. The bike is
Didn't hold on either.
destroyed, and this will have to be a red flag. I think we've got an air vent damage. It's
Yeah.
down at turn 8, so it's a second accident. This time, Megan, he did let go of it.
Yeah, because I think he saw where it was heading.
Yeah, because it's a short exit there. Marquez goes top. The front literally dips away on entry. And Acosta's star bike is in the barrier. Marquez, top. Digi, second. Mia, Bastianini, pole, Alex. That's the running order. Still green at the moment, but is that air fence damaged? Yellow flag still out of the kink at turn 8. Now it's gone down to turn 6 as well. While the marshals are coming that bike, surely this has to be a red flag.
I'm glad he let go of
Mark
that one.
touched the green. Mark touched the green. I'll lose this lap time. And he's up as well in that sector. But Mark did touch the green.
He's about to lose
turn
anyway.
4. Yeah, because he's entering the yellow flag zone.
But honestly, I'm very glad that Acosta let go of that one. Because if he hadn't, then he would be flipping around as well.
Yeah, have we got a... still, yellows are still out.
Yeah, we're starting to get the cancellations coming through.
I think, yeah, look, Alex looked at it. Have we gone green? We've gone green. We've gone back to green flag running. But I'd be very surprised if they don't stop the session. Even the riders are going like, look, 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 stop it. Put their hands up. They're acknowledging the yellows. But I'm surprised they haven't stopped it. So Pedro Acosta will get back to the pit lane and go out on bike 2. But that is a major confidence blow and a major boost to Marc Marquez. He's 6/10 ahead of Fabio Di Giannantonio, by the way, for reference. And that's in this session alone. But everyone's lap time is going to be cancelled for the yellow flags.
Right.
There you go.
It's a shame because a lot of them were on quite good lap times. It's just got really, really dark out there.
Partially cloudy out there. Air temperature 22, ground temperature 35, 17 km/h wind speed as they try and come through. Fast one of the weekend goes down. Oh, look at the wind speed for Morbidelli. And he's through the kitty litter. Down the chicane in the last 2 corners. The wind speed picks up massively, blows him off the line. Morbidelli improves to within 4/10, 137.308. Marini 6th, 137.752. And into the pit lane comes Pedro Acosta, and he's been riding the bike. He hasn't crashed this one, though.
You see him running.
He rode the scooter in as well, yeah.
He's riding a lot of things through this paddock today, this weekend, isn't he?
Less heat, more fun! Straight back in.
Oh, being asked if he's okay.
Mark's looking quick as well. Are we both doing the same thing?
Yes.
Yes, right, that's handy.
Right.
You finish and then I'll start talking. Quartararo, he is in 4th position, 137.529. Aldeguer does 2nd. Aldeguer front row, 137.302. Marc Marquez, though, looking strong in the first 2 sectors.
Right, so sectors 2 seem to be quite dominated by Bastianini and Marini, however. But Marc does not seem to have shown anything good in Sector 2 compared to the other Sector 3. However, he gets a red for that one, and Bastianini is coming up to the end of Sector 3 there. He also gets a red. He may be onto a faster lap time than what Marc is doing right now, so you never know, mine might be right. And Acosta should be getting his second bike by now. He still has, thankfully, enough time. We can get at least, I think, a couple of laps in.
But it's a 136.646.
Right, as the board changes up, now Bastianini goes second with a 136.942. Mio is third with a 137.239. Marini goes sixth with a 137.478 as he crosses the line. Who's next to cross the line? I believe that is Quartararo.
Yep, Zarco's dropped back as well. Bezecchi's on 1-2. Well, this is going to be a little bit of an upsy-downy session as Pedro Acosta will come back through. This was a replay of his accident. The front on the entry into turn 8, literally buckling. Acosta would have had no warning that was going to happen. He immediately lets go of the bike, which is very rare for him. And at this point, you're free-falling. The fear must be something else.
For a man who usually holds onto the bike, he must have felt it, or at least seen what was going to go.
Got lucky there because the runoff here isn't that great, but it's a very deep gravel trap.
And given that bike flipped, I'm very, very glad he let go.
Oh, the bike is destroyed.
Yeah.
Absolutely. He's out now on bike 2.
He would have broken something if he had held on to that.
Imagine if this was Moto 2, Moto 3, and Moto E, where there isn't a second bike. You get lucky in MotoGP.
He'd be in deep doo-doo.
Kind of makes me wish that we had the second cars in Formula 1 again, the T cars.
Yeah.
Kind of. Then again, I think that should be possible. Then again, they do still. I must point out, Formula 1 teams do bring 3 cars to the event, but they're just not allowed to build the third runner.
What's the point?
I know.
Is it just a spare part car?
Yeah, so if an engine goes, bolt it in. If a tub goes, bolt it in. So they do still bring 3 cars. What I'm on about is I just wish they were allowed to build up the 3rd car and let it go.
I agree.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot more handy.
Give it to the rookies on a Friday, like we used to.
Yes.
In first practice, make sure the car's then running and set up in first practice.
And then they can take it apart for Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, if they don't need it again. Just let us have a couple more cars out there. Or, hell's bells, three cars in each team per weekend. 3 drivers. I've always said that. I'd love that. Three cars per team would be the easiest thing to do in Formula 1, and yet we don't do it. 30 drivers.
I don't know why.
Yeah, but 30 drivers.
It'd be a very crowded start.
Monaco would be fantastic.
It'd be crashy. Oh, and that's Bezzecchi through the gravel.
Oh, and he was down about a 10th as well in that first sector.
Acosta, however, look at his lap time. Doing quite well.
But lap time cancelled.
Yep. Karma.
Got the yellow flag, didn't he?
Yeah.
But he's on a lap now towards turn 1. Medium front, soft rear tyre. That medium front has done 13 laps though, Megan. The rear's only done 1. Why is his front tyre done 13 laps? That can't be right, surely. Everyone else's has done 4. Has Acosta got a 13 lap off? Has he got the front tyre on that he's been doing from qualifying? Has he got no tyre left?
Is he okay?
Acosta has a 13 lap old front tyre on.
Do you know what? Whatever floats his boat.
But he's 4 tenths down. So I don't think he's got any medium tyres left. I think his medium tyre was on qualifying.
I think he's just crashed his last one.
So Mark is going to leave the pit lane shortly, but he's on top. But
It's braver then.
surely that can't be right. A 13 lap tyre for Acosta.
Do you know what? I think it is. I don't think it's purposeful though.
Because look, I think it's accidental too. They've swapped the rear. Why don't they swap the front? Look, he's 6 tenths down. I think they forgot to do something. You don't put out a 13 lap old tyre.
They haven't changed his last one because they were so preoccupied in getting him out again.
That's shocking if that's... yeah, 13. If that changes to 14, then there's a problem. On the tyre, on the bicycle.
Well, he's about to finish this lap, so we'll see in about 30 seconds' time.
We're here now. He's 7 tenths down as he comes around the last couple of corners here.
They have ruined his day. He had a little bit more of a chance. 14.
Yeah.
They
he's only
haven't
10th.
changed. Doing better than Alex though, so that's something to be proud of.
He's inside a second. We'll see what happens at the end of the session, but our timing tower is showing 14 lap old front medium tyre for Pedro Acosta. Look at Marco Bezzecchi though. First sector up by 72,000, estimated for provisional pole position. You said about, I know you wanted Bastianini.
Yeah.
Bezzecchi was the other call, the other BE.
Yeah. Favouring the B's.
Yes.
He's got a red sector too.
He's up looking good, 22.472. What's the third sector time as he crosses it? Acosta's only a 10th down now, so he's finding his pace. I can't believe that's true.
No.
Has it changed now? 14.
Still on 14.
14 still. And the rear's still 2. What's Marco Bezzecchi going to do then? Over the line. Is he faster than Marc Marquez for provisional pole? No! 136. Bob.
Funny.
Out to get 6 on 37.393. He might have run out new mediums, says Sean. Yeah, I think he has. Quattro's looking quick. Alex Marquez looking quick. Acosta's got fast middle sector with 3 tenths down. So maybe this is going to be a run for 5th. Acosta's warming himself back in. It might not be as bad as we can make it. If he can make a stonking start, he might be there. Digi goes 3rd. Bastianini goes 4th. Acosta, P5. Alex is looking strong. Megan.
Quartararo's looking at least decent. He goes 5th.
137.042. That's about the same time we had in the previous session. Look at him, he's sliding the rear into turn 1. Quartararo's going to have to abandon this one. He might have another time soon. Mark's back down a lap time, but he's blocked the KTM. Mark blocked the KTM. Which one was that? Is that Paul?
I'll give you 3 guesses who that was.
I think it was Paul. So Mark has blocked Paul Espargaro.
He was on a good lap time as well.
Yeah.
I want Mark investigated for that.
Yeah, Mark's blocked Paul and he was on a decent run.
That was purposeful.
Well, it's a short track, but Mark might find himself with a grid penalty there as well.
I hope he does.
Aldeguer comes through. He's estimated to go P5 at the moment. Minute 15 left on the clock.
Come on, Bastianini, finish up your...
Lap time counter for Costa and for Digitonio, but Digis was for yellow flags.
Costa had already knocked in a good one. Bezzecchi shortcut.
Aldeguer goes 8th, 137, 130.
Come on.
But it runs off wide in turn 1.
I'm just waiting for Bastianini to finish his warm-up lap so then he can actually get onto the good lap.
Alex Marquez is down on times.
Yeah, there it is for Mark, the track limits warning.
He starts lap time towards turn 1 though.
Come on.
He's
Come
up.
on, Bastianini.
He's up by 0.162 of a second at the moment.
I hope someone blocks him. I hope another KTM's just like, no.
Lap time cancel for the 37 and the 49 for shortcuts. But I think they've started a lap time anyway. Yeah, Pedro started. Pedro started a lap, so's Digi.
I think Alex backed out of it.
Of this run.
Red.
Yeah, Mark going 28.584. Alex in 11th.
Bastianini's not doing another one.
Look at that for Bagnaia. First time he's missed Q2 this season. Watching on in the background.
I hope Mark gets to... Oh, yellow, sector 2.
Who's gone down?
I don't know, but there's...
Is it Pedro again? No.
Marini with a shortcut.
It's Paul. Paul's down, sector 2. Paul Espargaro has crashed out.
Marini's not moving either.
Well, we've got Paul Espargaro's crashed out on our timing screen. And we've just seen him in the gravel trap too.
He's checking. It's fine.
Flags out. Mark was past that delta, so he will have pole position, but someone's going to block him. Is that Aldeguer?
What did he do to crash?
I think Aldeguer's just blocked him. Mark's lost 29 thousandths as he comes into the last couple of corners. Alex had that second sector, but I think he's gone through the yellow flag zone, so I think Alex is not going to be on pole. Marquez crosses the line to 136.510. It's pole position for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Once again for Marc Marquez, the man who's dominated the last 6 events in the Premier class, looks to go for yet another. Alex is 2 tenths down at the moment, now 6 tenths down. It always goes to Marc Marquez, doesn't it? Front row though for Aprilia. Marco Bezzecchi does it again. Juan Mir might have something with 4 tenths up. Might just go middle of second row. Can he take 5th?
No one's going to improve.
No, no one has improved. Morbidelli. Only he can improve up. Pole's out. Morbidelli's the last one. He's not doing anything special. Yeah, that's it. Morbidelli's done. Takes the checkered flag, stays in the order.
And at the same time, loses lap time.
136.510 then. Marc Marquez has pole position.
That time record as well.
Faster than we've had so far. So text me to say, have a laugh at this. I'll have a look. Mark fastest and pole. Stewards, slow. Oh, right, okay. That's Alex Marquez with 3-place grid penalty. So Alex.
What about the other Marquez?
Well, Alex, of course, as we know, that means Alex starts 14th on the grid. Fabio Di Giannantonio starts 3rd. Unusual front row. What did we end up qualifying?
I think it was surprising.
Shame for Pole. So for Pedro.
Yeah, and for Paul.
And for
he was
Paul.
on a good one.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, aren't they teammates?
Yeah. Well, one's factory, one's KTM Tech 3. But do you reckon Mark is going to be in a position where he's just going to walk away with this again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless they give him a good one.
Sadly, I'm thinking the same thing as they'll come back into the pit lane now. Let's head down to TNT Sports. As the session concludes, we'll let Megan disappear. This was Mark though, Meg's middle of the sector. What are we seeing here?
Oh, is
that's the
the
accident.
pole.
That's 2 bikes destroyed for KTM.
That's the same way as well.
10-8 as well.
They're not having a good day. Both airbags did not deploy.
Tig says that Mark won't receive a penalty. I think you're right as well. Right, well, let's head down then to TNT and join the action. See you then, Max.
Job done.
Come to a new circuit.
It's a leveler, Gav. It's a leveler.
It's a leveler. Well, he's over a quarter second quicker than second place today.
And it's just...
Bessie's the one. And Bessie's the one in terms of the championship as well.
He's the man with all the momentum.
43 behind Bagnaia.
Yeah.
That would be huge for Aprilia. It would be huge for Bez. Not to beat Pedro Acosta there.
I'll tell you what, you so want Pedro on your bike though. He's just never gives in. Full commitment. That's massive for Fabio.
Yeah, and having talked yesterday about not being able to take advantage of the soft tyre, something that's happened throughout the season, well, he's by the skin of his teeth, he got through into Q2 in the first place. And now finds himself on the front row and in with a shot because his pace has been there or thereabouts.
Yeah. Pace is great. Race pace.
So, Susie, Q1, the key for Bezzecchi and Di Gianantonio, but on top, our championship leader, backing up all the talk of the weekend so far.
Yeah. You've got to feel for this man, Pedro Acosta, I think will feel very, very disappointed with what happened in that session. Michael joining us now. But yeah, if ever you wanted to go through Q1 and make it work, it was today. Both of those boys putting it on the front row, as Gav said.
Yeah, we spoke about it a bit yesterday, thinking an extra 15 minutes on a brand new circuit could be an advantage, but I really didn't expect both riders to end up turning it around from Q1's extra stress, but then they delivered and put it on the front row of the grid. So yeah, Digi just squeaking through, but proper lap time there, and Bezzecchi just looks at one with Aprilia once again here on a brand new track.
Yeah, brilliance from both of them. Marc Marquez, arguably the only rider out there to manage to put any continuity or flow around here. And how much is that down to those lefts at the end of the lap, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, we know Marc Marquez is very confident and has got, well, his record is good on right-handers as well, but it's particularly good on left-handers. He just looks immaculate. He's generating the lap time there consistently, making the bike is just out of shape, but just enough. You know, he still looks like he's on rails. He's got that rear brake control. You can see him pressing the rear brake there into the last turn. He's very, very quick in that last sector, actually. And he's been, consistently posting faster lap time. So he's able to deliver. He's able to keep the pace as well. So, yeah, massive favorite for the sprint later on today and the race tomorrow. A very solid session for Marc Marquez. I mean, he was taking risks there, but it just looks like it looks like he's on another level. You know, you can see the bike is twitching, but just the right level. He just got everything on point. It's beautiful to see.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, you could come here, level playing field, and think, oh, you know, can anybody really take it to him and challenge? I mean, the two youngsters on the front row, Bez and Digi, they have got a chance in the sprint race, but Mark kind of looks as planted as anybody could around this track, doesn't he?
Yeah, the secret is certainly going to be not blowing those chicanes, because it's so easy to make a mistake. Then you got to penalise yourself, somehow figure out what 1 second is without actually penalising yourself 1.5. So that's going to be ultra important in the race, and that's where Mark is good. As Sylvain said, he's on point, precise, really taking liberties with the front, but not blowing the chicanes too many times. So I honestly thought his biggest threat was going to be Pedro Acosta.
Right.
He's on the back foot now, but he still won't be ruled out of the race tomorrow, but it's going to be hard in the sprint this afternoon.
It was Pedro that had been keeping Mark more than honest this weekend and was pushing, and I think in some ways quietly Mark will be pretty happy that he's a couple of rows back in 7th.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, if you're Mark, from the result yesterday and the free practice, you'll be thinking Pedro Acosta is the threat, Aldeguer is the threat, and they're both quite far down. So we see this massive crash there for Pedro Acosta. I mean, to be fair to him, he let it all on the line there. The front is bubbling, and there is quite a lot of bubble anyway there, but it just goes that little bit too far, just a tiny fraction wide there, and the front goes away in between. That's in between. It's 7, isn't it? Turn 7. So
yeah.
High speed. The bike was completely destroyed, and fair play though to the track there. You see, when there is no sort of different level when you enter the gravel, it's a really smooth entry, and even though the gravel is deep and soft, at high speed he wasn't caught, and that allowed him not to get injured. So yeah.
And he was able to jump up and run back and hop on that second bike, but not ideal conditions, particularly around a track like this, to have to jump on your second bike and go out and blitz a lap.
No, it's not easy, and you have to find confidence as well. Some riders are better at it than others, you know, but you always find from your first to second bike, there's always a tiny difference. There's always something. Well, there's a reason why you choose your first bike, is because you prefer it a little bit. So you have to, you know, reconcentrate, get everything back together, and put it all on the line with the bike that you don't quite prefer. So, you know, he's tried hard. I think his best lap was deleted as well at some point. So. Yeah, for Pedro Acosta, let's say he would have expected more, and starting from there, it's going to be a tough ask for the races.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what he can do from the third row then. Let's go to the front row, find out... we're not going to do that now, we'll do that a bit later, so we'll carry on chatting for a while. Let's chat about Digi, because that's who we're waiting for. VR46 will be absolutely delighted that he's been able to put it on the front row, because, you know, we can't pretend it's virtually impossible to pass around here.
Yeah, so important. The leader into turn 1, as Luca Marini suggested last night, will win the race. I don't know if that's going to be the case when you're battling with a Marc Marquez, but Digi, on current form, he just looked so solid this weekend. This morning, I watched him in practice, then again in that Q1 session. He's accurate, he's able to stop the bike really well, turn it and punch it and make it work. So I think he's a proper threat for this race. I didn't see it after yesterday's sessions, but today's turned something around overnight, and he just looks good once again on the GP25. And he's a little like that. One weekend, he's bang on the money, and the next weekend, he's in a little dip.
And the Gremlins are now playing nice, so we can hear that interview from Fabio Di Gianantonio.
Turnaround to come through Q1, which sometimes can be an advantage and get more time on the circuit, but how tricky was it to do a time attack here and make a difference?
Yeah, well, for us it's always a bit tricky. Unfortunately, we struggle a lot on the time attack. Yesterday I was quite frustrated for this, because, you know, after 14 races this year, I think we should have already the solution for these things. So yesterday we regrouped with the team, we did a massive work in the garage till night, and we had some ideas, and they worked for today. I pity that in my last attempt for the pole position, my front tire was vibrating a little bit, so it was not possible to push 100%. But apart of that, I'm super happy, because I think we did a massive work.
The start's going to be so important. What are your thoughts at the moment heading down to turn 1?
It will be tricky. I hope you'll have a good show, but good, not bad show.
We look forward to it. Thanks, Digi.
Thank you. Ciao.
I think that laugh says it all, doesn't it, really, guys? It's going to be an interesting start. We're going to get some drama today, but putting his bike on the front row here will be a massive confidence boost for Digi, because, you know, he has been a little bit up and down with that bike. He's had issues, hasn't he?
He has. The GP25 not worked for Pecco, really, maybe 2-3 tracks. Digi, maybe half them, and it works for Mark at all of them so far. But yeah, Digi, as he explained, worked hard last night into the late hours, figured out some changes in setup. It improved for him today. They managed to luck on something that works for him. It's interesting he's saying for the one-lap time attack, still chasing that little bit of something, but could have had a pole today. So obviously that's bringing the confidence for him ahead of the race. And yeah, he sounds confident about the turn 1 shenanigans we might see. Sometimes having the pole man to your left when you're going into a right-hand bend gives you the opportunity. You've got all the information, so he can decide if he attacks or just follows the lead man through.
Yeah, just needs to get that good start though, doesn't he? Let's find out how the man in the middle of the front row is feeling then. Here's Marco Bezzecchi's talking to Nat.
Marco, well done today, coming through Q1 just like Digi, but how difficult was that? And with qualifying everything at this track, how significant was it to be on the front row?
Yeah, it was really important, and honestly, after yesterday, I was a bit worried. I didn't want to show myself in all the interviews, but But yeah, I was struggling a bit. This morning as well, the feeling was not the best, but we made some changes on the bike, and then I tried just to adapt, to ride on it, and get confidence, get used to everything, and was better and better lap by lap. Already in Q1 I felt good, and I didn't expect the first row, to be honest, but at the end when I was there I just tried my best, and I did a good lap overall.
We know it's a slow track. Just describe to us how physical it is around here.
Well, it's tricky because you don't have 1 second to breathe, to be honest, because also in the straight you really have no time. All the braking that follows every straight are really important, so you have to be focused at the maximum level every time. It's a fun track, but difficult, really easy to make some mistakes. So it will be important to get confidence and try to build everything in terms of consistency.
Thank you, Marco.
Thank you.
Interesting interview there, saying that he didn't want to tell the truth yesterday, basically keeping his cards very close to his chest. And you can understand why.
Yeah, well, as a rider, when things don't go like to plan and you're struggling a bit, the last thing you want to do is talk to TV, talk to journalists. You just want to be on your own, you know, trying to work out with your team what's gone wrong and how to get better. And you never know what to say because you're like, are you going to make excuses or are you going to tell the truth? Or yeah, let's say it's better to go and talk to the journalists when you've had a good day.
Yeah, absolutely. And just in terms of the physicality and the 100% concentration around this circuit, with there not being any decent straights, to be able to just sit back and take a breath, it looks also like they're fighting their way around here.
Yeah, there's nowhere really you get time to breathe. As Zeki said, you don't really get that opportunity around here. You're fighting the wheelie off the turn. It immediately settles and you're setting up a braking zone. So it's not that flowing nature that the MotoGP bikes like. It's going to be tough. It's going to be physical. Not as hot as it could have been, luckily, this weekend. But it's going to be a tough race, both sprint and feature race tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, the track might not be a typical MotoGP track, but the drama kind of pulls you in, doesn't it, for the sprint this afternoon. Let's find out what the man in pole is thinking. Here's Marc Marquez.
Mark, congratulations. Perhaps one of the most important pole positions here. How satisfying was that?
Yeah, happy because it was not, as I said yesterday, it's not an easy track to do a time attack because a lot of hard break points and difficult to understand what is the limit, especially because every time you put new tire, you find a new limit, and you go a bit more, and yeah, happy. Main target was front row, we did it. So now main target will be that start and first corner. From that point, if we are there in the front, it will be easier.
Looks like a couple of riders have adapted really well, have got better with more track time. What kind of sprint do you think we can expect later?
Yeah, we need to understand also in the sprint race how difficult is overtake. The fact that the slipstreams are not super important, but are very important on the break point, will make the life a bit difficult from the guys that are behind. So, but MotoGP is MotoGP. Here are the best riders in the world, so they can overtake in every corner.
Thank you, Mark. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you.
Can they really? Can they really?
Nah, not around here. Not every corner. They're going to have to choose and pick. They will be able to do some kind of like dive bombs, and you know they will have to overtake actually. I mean, around a track like here, it's hard to overtake somebody that you will be lapping, because there is no space at all. So you know, if you got a very similar pace, which they have, you have to sort of like be forceful, and the guy that's going to be under attack is very likely to run wide. So we could see, you know, somebody trying to stuff Mark, or somebody to try like sort of desperate moves and making it stick or just about, and it's the guy that's on the receiving end that's being attacked that loses a lot of time because he has to go straight at the chicane, for example. And we could see that in the other categories as well.
Yeah, I mean, those chicanes are what have been causing the majority of the issues around here for all of them, including Mark yesterday, who said that they were tricky, but he seems to be the one that's able to make the best of them.
Yeah, as he explained there, the track is evolving. As he said, he puts a new set of tyres in and he finds a new limit, and it will continue throughout the weekend. The clean line where the rubber's being laid is getting wider lap on lap. Once you get a race under your belt with the sprint this afternoon, that will widen further, and it will evolve overnight. 10-minute warm-up, then tomorrow, then into the main race. So you got to always keep pushing those boundaries, which Mark is so good at doing. But yeah, you never rest here. It does. The lap times will continue to improve as well.
What we don't need is any rain, but I think our forecaster has said there isn't going to be any, so we're good.
No, well, it shouldn't be, but He was wrong last week, so you never know. But I don't think so.
Let's talk about Grassini, who might be a little bit disappointed with that qualifying session with Aldeguer and with Alex Marquez, who's got the 3 grid place penalty. So, I mean, that's kind of put paid to their sprint, hasn't it?
Yeah, no, as expected. I mean, if you're Fermin Aldeguer and your team, you will be thinking, we've got really good chance in the races there, really good race pace, and we need to qualify sort of decently. You would have hoped for first 2 rows. So yeah, for Fermin Aldeguer, it's going to be tough in the races. He's got really good race pace, and we know he's not shy to make a move, you know, to make the passes. So that's going to be really interesting, especially for us. And yeah, for Alex Marquez, that's a big blow. He's going to be a long way. That penalty, another 3-place penalty. So yeah, he'll be in the middle of the pack. He's going to lose a lot of time. That's basically, if I'm honest, his weekend is in trouble.
He really is in massive trouble. That's the sort of the situation you get with that 3-place grid penalty coming into it. Okay, we will be back shortly with the Moto2 first race of the weekend here from Balaton Park, but also at 1:45 British Summer Time we'll be live with the Tissot Sprint for MotoGP. It's Marc Marquez on pole position. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.